All right, guys, good morning. Jennifer here with Morel Family Farm. I have a couple of updates for you guys, which I am relieved, kind of. We'll start with the best thing first, right? That's what I would say. Start with the best. He's been working very hard at getting this bathroom done. As you can see, it's not complete yet, but he does have the drywall up and the tape, and now he's gonna start I don't know if he's gonna start mudding today. That's me, silly girl. She saw me in the mirror and barked at me. She's so silly. But anyways, he has to finish putting some of the drywall up here, so it's still a work in progress, but it's only been like 2 days since the last video, and there's been some like hiccups along the way and stuff like that. For instance, before he put the drywall up here, for some reason the piping for the hot and cold was reversed. Not due to his fault, but it was the way that the piping was done originally, so he didn't realize that the hot and cold were, the hot was going to come in first and then the cold, so when you put on the cold it wouldn't get cold, it would only get lukewarm because of the way the piping is. So anyways, he had to redo the piping. And of course, he sent me to the store to go get the piping. I didn't get a long enough pipe, so then he had to go back, get the pipe. You know, it's just a lot of wasted time. And unfortunately, that holds you up on getting the things done that you need to get done. So another thing to update you guys on, which I'm still not finished, but I have started doing the drywall, what's this called? What's this stuff called, babe? The joint compound. Yeah, I started doing the joint compound. As you can see, there are some cracks. That is normal. Joint compound, it shrinks up. So sometimes when it shrinks, it cracks. But once I get all of the grooves filled in, it shouldn't crack anymore. Shouldn't. But it's not done. Obviously, not only do I have to fill in the grooved area here, but then I also have to put layers over this as well. But I wanted to get this even first, this spot, and then I'll try to even out the entire thing. So it's going to be a process. They say 3 coats. I think it's going to take probably more like 4. But it is nice to see that the wall is white and not brown. We're having a little bit of issues with the windows. So these are double paned windows. I don't know if you'll be able to pick this up on the camera or not, but I had to get a phone call out to Lowe's because no, the camera's not going to pick it up. But anyways, right here, there is a line of something that is in the inside of the double pane. So I can't clean it. No matter how much cleaning I do, it is not going to come out. And of course, this is my biggest window, and you know, it's the visual of the living room. So I don't want to have something in the inside of the window that's going to be staring at me constantly that I can't clean, because that will, and I spent good money on these windows, so you know, I want to get what I paid for. Another issue, oh my gosh, look, there's a squirrel. There's a squirrel right on the windowsill. Hello, little squirrel. Are you looking for your kids? They're not yours, are they? Babe. So Lady is now very intrigued, to say the least. Nose to nose with a squirrel. Oh my word. You guys, Lady has an obsession, obviously, like most dogs do, with chasing squirrels. And of course, we have the baby squirrels that we are taking care of. And Lady is very interested in the squirrels. Like, don't get me wrong, we don't trust her around the baby squirrels at all. But for her to be nose to nose with the adult one, that's just so funny. It's still there. Let me get back to what I was talking about, though. You are too cute. Too cute. Oh my gosh. What a jump. Holy guacamole. All right, anyways, window. Do you see this right here? This seal is not supposed to be exposed like this. It's supposed to be in the window. So they have to come back and give us a new window. Not only that, but do you see this right here? This will not lock into place. Windows are locked. I can't open it. The window is locked. I can unlock it. So the window does unlock, but you see how it just pops right out like that? That should definitely not be happening. So there is something going on with this, and yeah, that is not okay. Not okay at all. So not only are they gonna have to replace one of the windows, but they're gonna have to replace both of these windows. That's, you know, that's something that they're just gonna have to do. So that's definitely something else that we are dealing with. But, you know, it is what it is. At least we have the windows for now. But I have some excellent news. And this is what I was like, you know, we got the windows. That's great. But we just got our air conditioner fixed too. So currently it is 76 degrees in here. We're trying to get it cooled to 75. And he literally just now left. We still have this unit on. I turned it down to 75 though, which I don't know if I should have. Should I keep it on 64 just to get it cold? I'll put it back on. So we figured that we will leave this on until the house gets to the temperature that we want it at, just so we're not pushing our air conditioning unit harder than it needs to. But now that all the windows are installed, there shouldn't be that much leaking coming out of the windows. Now this one here, if you guys remember me saying, is going to be a sliding glass door. So this is the only window that we did not have replaced. But the areas that do kind of leak are taped at the moment. And of course we still have, you know, areas like this that are not completely sealed off. There's areas in the bathroom. Actually, the exterior wall over here, this area here, see, it still has some areas here that need to be sealed because we have to still put in the trim around the window. This window's trim was very rotted out, so we just took it out completely. But a lot of heat was coming in from this wall because it's an exterior wall. But now that at least it's drywalled in, there's some areas down there on the bottom that still need to get some drywall or something down there. I don't know why it's not all the way down the bottom. I don't ask questions. I just let Antonio do what he's doing, and I don't ask questions. I don't expect his work to be perfect. This is not his job. This is not what he does. So I don't expect perfection from him. I just expect things to get done. But he's doing it, so I'm not complaining. I just don't ask questions. If I see that things don't look like it's the way I would do it. But again, there's going to be trim down on the bottom too, so that's probably why he didn't take it all the way down to the bottom. But personally, for me, I would have probably brought down the drywall a little bit further, just so there would be less gaps between the exterior wall and trim and stuff like that. But hey, that's just me. That's the way I would do things. He does things way different than I do. But the air conditioning is fixed. The bad news is, so we tried to fix a few components on the air conditioner before we actually called someone to come out and fix it. We purchased a new help me out, Cookie Monster. What's it called? Not a condenser.
What would you think?
No, what you've already replaced.
Contactor.
The contactor. He replaced a contactor. He replaced the
Commercial break.
A condenser? No.
No.
The,
There's a contactor.
what's that?
The capacitor.
Okay, so the capacitor, the contactor, I think that's it, right?
There's one more piece, but it was small.
And another little piece. And unfortunately, that didn't fix the issue. And he knew that the motor was gone, but we tried to find the motor and we couldn't find the motor. So unfortunately, we had to call an air conditioning company. Babe, how much did that cost us?
Too much.
Do you want to talk about it?
Too much.
So the motor cost $270 something. We needed Freon, and that cost us $110 for Freon.
2 pounds of
It
food.
for 2 pounds of Freon, it was $110, and it cost $190 in labor, for a grand total after tax of $607.22.
What?
How's that make you feel? I think he feels like he just got sucker punched. I also feel like I just got sucker punched.
That's why I
But-
eat with cookie. Put something back in my food.
Yeah. He's a cookie monster. He eats Fig Newtons for breakfast almost every single morning. But whatever. He says it's a fruit, so whatever. I don't argue. He's healthy as a horse, so I guess I can't complain. Anyways, yeah. So it cost us a little bit more than what we would have liked to spend. I was thinking more like $300, so $600 was like way more than I would have expected, obviously. But he said it should last us for at least a while. The only thing that we're praying that doesn't go out is the, what's that bigger piece?
Compressor.
The compressor. If the compressor goes out, then we're gonna need a new unit. But he did give us some good news on that. He said that he can get us a new unit for a pretty decent price. I think he said somewhere about like $2,500 to $3,000, which that would be great. We were expecting to pay a lot more than that, and he said that's something that Antonio should definitely be able to install on his own, because we have the package unit. That means that it's an all-in-one. So instead of having like an inside handler, the exterior is the handler and the compressor all at the same time, right? Is that basically, am I explaining that correctly? Yeah, so it's all one package. So considering that it's all in one, that's a really decent price on something like that. And because we know that we're going to be doing an addition sometime in the future, we're going to do a half a ton bigger. And he said it's about like $300 to $500 more for a half a ton extra. So, I mean, if he can get it for that price, we took down his number, whatever. So that's cool. He's hooking us up a little bit. It's always nice to get a little extra help because things get very expensive. So the only other thing that I really need to purchase as far as a big ticket item is going to be my granite countertops. As you see, my beautiful kitchen. Just kidding. We do have the cabinets. They're just not here yet. We're not ready for them. So the beam and the roof is going to come first. All right. I was really hoping that the bathroom would have been finished today, but looks like, why is that out? I'm not sure. Oh, I see. He had to do the hole so when the faucet comes out, it's already, the hole is already there, so he knows where he's putting it. Which I think is probably about 72 inches high, possibly, something like that. I told him that I wanted the faucet here to be kind of like a little bit higher than waist level, because that's always another thing, like, you know, where do you put your faucet, where do you put the shower head, stuff like that. So yeah, looking up all that stuff is important. And so the bottom, as you can see, all the The stone tile work has been done in here. It is set. It is good to walk on, stuff like that. You can see the liner under here. This is something that's freshly put on. It is a waterproofing. I think this is the bucket right here. Let me see if I can. Yeah, this is that that Aqua Defense waterproofing stuff that I was telling you guys about. So he just, oh, looks like he's got to touch up the ceiling right there. I see he's got it on the ceiling. No big deal. But anyways, you just put that stuff on in the shower area. You don't need to put it like where the toilet is and stuff. You can waterproof your entire bathroom if you want to. But in our case, we're just putting it like where the shower is. He's probably going to put on another layer, just a little bit, to get it like down into through the crack right there, and a little bit more over here. But this is the tile that we're going to be putting in here. They are much bigger than I was going to go with. I was going to do a subway tile, which would look really great. But to be honest with you, I want him to just kind of hurry up. So I thought that I would go with a bigger tile to get it up on the wall quicker. And we are going all the way from the bottom to the very top. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm hoping that it makes it look a little bit bigger. And as you can see, he did the little nook or niche or niche or whatever you want to call it. I call it a nook. And instead of doing the shower bench like we were originally going to do, I actually ordered a teak corner bench that's going to go like right in through here. And there's actually a shelf on that as well. So it's extra shelving, just for anything that we might need. And that's kind of it. So here's another thing. When I measured this area, I could have sworn it was 32 inches. And then I see this written on the wall here. And that was behind the mirror that was on the wall there. So yeah, the vanity that I ordered is 32 inches. Now I'm just hoping that we can just kind of take off a little bit of the top, because I believe that the vanity top does kind of hang off the edges of the actual vanity a little bit. It's not like flat surface. It has a little bit of a lip to it. So if we can just take off 1/4 of an inch, then we can get it to fit in here. And we do have a tile cutter, so hopefully we'll be able to do that. There is no guarantee yet. And of course we still have to patch holes in the walls here. And he did redo the taping here, but we still have to do the taping on the ceiling part. He took the old tape off, but he has to retape it. So we're getting there. It's this really, really, really slow process, but it's coming along, so no complaints. It'll be done eventually one day. My bedroom is a disaster. There is still no bed frame. You know, it's a mess. It is just a disgraceful mess, and it literally drives me crazy, but I am just plugging along. I'm not losing my mind yet. You'll notice there's a fan in here. Yeah, I did turn it off. I better turn it back on before I forget. Don't want to get into any kind of trouble. But you guys, we just recently spent like $600 and something on getting our air conditioning motor repaired. And it was great. We had air conditioning for almost a full week. And just last night, it died again. So that's upsetting because I was hoping it would last for at least another year before we had to spend money. So we're gonna give the guy a call and get the new AC unit hopefully out sometime this week. But it is cooler outside, so we're not in the dead heat of summer anymore. It's been definitely cooler in the mornings, cooler in the evenings. So actually right now, standing underneath this fan in here, I'm kind of cold. So it is very cool in the house. We still do have our portable AC unit. We have not gotten rid of that, thankfully. So we have that on right now. Please don't mind the mess. I have not been in cleaning mode lately. So we have this on. This thing works great. It's a little loud, but it works really well. And things are just still a mess. I kind of refuse to do any touch-up painting. Like I look at it every day and I'm like, man, I've got to touch this up. It is driving me crazy. It is making me bonkers. For instance, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like down here on the edge, all of these edges need to be painted. Antonio was the one who painted the edges of some of the trim here, and he didn't hit the sides very well, which really isn't that big of a deal. It's just when I paint the edges, I have to do it with a really fine paintbrush to make sure that I'm not hitting the actual wall, or I tape it off, and I don't feel like taping everything off, so I just use a small paintbrush, which is fine. But we have a black dog who sheds like crazy, so there is, you can see all the hair that's coming off too. Look, there's so much hair, and when you paint, especially since this is a white trim, you've got to really get all of this black dog hair off first. So it's kind of a challenge. But look at all that dog hair. So I'm not going to paint any of this until the construction is done. And I know I can put the dog outside for a little bit to at least let it dry, because she comes walking by, she lays up next to the trim, she gets paint on her. So I will not be doing any of the touch-up paint in here, or the bathroom, or the bedrooms, or anything like that until the house is kind of in the point where it's almost complete. Because between the dust and everything else that comes through here, painting is just, it's just not going to happen. I don't want to keep on wasting my time doing that because it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work painting. So anyways, that's kind of it. Just wanted to show you, but I'm not going to end this video here. Hopefully I'll get back with you and show you the tile being put up on the wall, or already on the wall, to kind of give you an idea of what we're going to be doing. Good morning, friends. Jennifer here with Monroe Family Farm. I thought I'd give you guys just a quick update of how the bathroom is looking. It's coming along. Oh gosh, I just woke up, you guys, so sorry for the way that I look. But you get what you get. He's going to come back in here and touch up some stuff, so it's definitely not done, but he didn't see it. So the thing is, I had to come in here. I looked at it last night. He went to soccer practice with my son yesterday, so I came in here and just kind of took a look at what's been going on and how much he has accomplished and stuff. So this is it, guys. We're getting there, but it's a challenge. It's hard to figure out how to get, you know, like the darker pieces. It's just hard to figure that out, because either this piece goes over this piece and then you see it in the front, or you put it down and you see this piece. So luckily you can't see it up here because of the way it lays that way, unless of course you come on the bottom. Maybe I'll paint it with something. That's something I might do, like a, I don't know, maybe I can find a paint just to kind of paint that edge so it doesn't look so dark. And he's got to come back in and he's got to fill in the grout along the edges also. So we'll take a look at it now, and then we'll look at put the lip up there and a border in the front. So, and he did not go all the way to the top.
Support, and that enables you to have the downloaded files and all the bonus items.
Are you putting on cake batter?
Video that I mentioned in 2017, it's on
Don't
YouTube.
miss that spot right there that you.
The great
This one.
removal. It's
That
called,
right
if you
there.
search In Power.
Okay, I wasn't
Episode
sure.
1, In Power episode 1, you can watch that. That's
Leftover
Cal's
cake
story,
batter
and
does
also
not
Cal
taste
and Dave are going to be joining
good.
us towards the end of the summit. So when you sign up on BrightView, if you click the daily email updates, that option, then you'll get an email for when we can go deeper with Cal as part of the new content within this.
All right, so in the beginning of this, you're going to hear a lot of talking. We listen to a guy, mostly he
Mike
does,
Adams.
but I listen to him every now and then. His name is Mike Adams. He has really good information just about end time stuff and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, just anything to help people out for what's going on in the economy right now, what's going on in the world right now, just stuff like that. So,
Political stuff.
yeah, political, religion, health, you name it. It's all good stuff.
Mostly
So, mostly health, yeah. But anyways, that's what was on. We muted him so you guys can hear what I'm gonna say. So he is doing the tile along the edge of the wall, which obviously is gonna get the trim down on the bottom. However, he couldn't get his trowel in there to put down the thin set down on the bottom. So he's just kind of squeezing it through with a homemade remedy of, Ziploc bag and squeezing it through like you're playing with some cake batter. That's it. And it's going towards the edge of the wall. So that's like an area where people really aren't going to be standing. Nobody puts their foot at the edge of the wall like that. So it's just, uh-oh, I hear a puppy crying, which means he probably has to go outside.
He already peed and pooped.
Did he?
Yeah. I just
What, how
told you.
long ago?
Like 3 minutes before he died.
Oh. Well, then he just wants attention. But anyways, the bathroom is, I would say, 75% done. Maybe a little less than 75, maybe about 60% done. He still has to, obviously, finish this up. We have to grout it, which we're debating on if we want to go with a white grout, like the grout that's in the shower, or if we're going to go black like we did in the other bathroom. I'm kind of leaning towards the white only because we're not doing a dark paint on the wall. So I kind of wanted to keep it a little bit lighter in this bathroom. But then the toilet needs to go in. Trim is going to have to get done. And then we have to trim out the window. That is one of the new windows that we got in. So that is good. It looks good. They're working okay. I'm a little disappointed with the screens on the window. The installer is going to be here sometime. Well, he said if I don't hear from him in a couple of days to give him a shout out. Because on our windows, it's only a half a screen. So what's going on is on the exterior of the window where the screen is, there's like 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 inch gap from the window to the actual screen. So bugs are crawling over the screen and coming in through the window. And of course, with this coming up on the cooler season, and we'd like to have our windows open, let the natural breeze flow through here. I'm not gonna wanna do that with these screens not working properly. So that's kind of a bummer. He's gonna come out, tell me what they can do to fix it. But yeah, that's where we stand at with the windows. And the windows weren't cheap. We got 15 windows. It cost close to $10,000, but it was like 9,000 something. So, that's a lot of money to just spend. It's a couple $100 a window, which, that's a lot of money. And then, that's with the installation and stuff like that. But anyways, it's just kind of a bummer that things don't turn out the way that you hope that they do, especially when you have them professionally installed. But they are under warranty. We have a lifetime warranty on these windows, so they should fix or replace anything. But yeah, that's that. And so hopefully the bathroom will be done hopefully by this weekend. But I just want to show you something really quick. So if you see all those bugs down there on the bottom, like, we have not had these windows that long at all. But if I had this window open, all of those bugs would have came into the house. And that's just the living room window. Could you imagine what it would be like with all the windows open? Here's a few more. There's not that many on this side, but right there, the screen is ripped. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. You see that little tear right there in the screen? So there's a little tear. Speaking of tear, here's a holy terror. Just kidding. He's a good boy. He stays in here, though. We can't have him wandering around the house because he is not potty trained yet. He's doing really good. This here is a teak bench that is going to be going into the shower. It's a little shelf and bench. And of course, I still have to come in here and finish painting the windowsills. I'm going to have to do a lot of touch-up paint. Yeah, almost done. Almost done with this side of the house. We should be done already, but we're not. And then once that's done, then we have extra drywall. So also within the next couple of days or so, we're going to be putting a new piece of drywall up here, because as you can see, it's kind of like broken in that one spot there, which is not a big deal. It just needs to be textured, which a sponge just textures it. It needs to be painted anyway, so gonna paint it the ceiling color. I still have to paint trim. But oh my gosh, look. What the heck? It's probably just a jumping spider, because it looks like kind of jumping-ish type, but boy, that's a big jumping spider. But I bet that's what it is. But unfortunately, I don't like any spider. Big, small, he's pretty big. I mean, I noticed him, so he's big enough for me to notice him. So he needs to go. But I don't even remember what I was saying. He kind of caught me off guard. If you notice, the wall looks like striped. I have not completed the wall with the spackle stuff. I have to get to that. I just haven't done it yet. That is a big project, and spackling is not fun. I say spackle, but it's really drywall mud. It's not fun. It's really actually hard on my wrist, so I'm taking my time with it. I did one day of priming the entire wall, and then after it dried, which primer dries pretty quickly, so it was the same day, then I started doing the drywall. I'm going to call it spackle for lack of better words, but after I did the drywall mud spackling stuff in between the cracks of the panel, my wrist was hurting me so bad. So I do need to go through again and just, I'm going to have to probably do 2 more coats from what I heard. I'll show you. As you can see, there's some cracking in the middle, but that's normal. So until it's completely flush from this end to this end, it's going to crack. And then of course I have to go over this area too, because I don't want that to look, you know, like that. I want the wall to be smooth. So I'm going to fill in all of this stuff. Once I'm done filling in that, then I'm going to go over the entire wall with drywall mud. So, and I don't know if I showed you, but our sliding glass door came in. So that's going to be next on the list also, one of the next things. First, before we can put in this door, we are going to remove the flooring from basically this point over to that wall right there. Once the flooring is completely up, so basically we have to just lift all this stuff because I think this area is the only area that still has flooring on it besides over there in the kitchen. So we need to remove this flooring. Once that's up, then we need to pull up the old plywood and fix the joist, not the joist. We have to fix the pilings and then the joist underneath the floor, but we have to find out if the joists are running this way or if they're running this way. So that will depend on what we actually get done. If the joists are running this way, that would be good. If the joists are running this way, that's going to be hard because he's going to want to do the entire area, and I am not ready for that yet. So I've asked Antonio to please just try to do this section down here, fix the flooring, then put the sliding glass door in, and then do the wood flooring. Or even before he does the wood flooring, then he can work on, I think he's gonna do the roof stuff first and put the beams in the roof. Then once he's done with that, then he's gonna work on putting the vinyl flooring in. So a lot of stuff. A lot more stuff that needs to be done, but we're hanging in there. We are getting it done. It's just taking a really, really long time. All right, I know I said I wouldn't finish up this video until it was complete, but I thought that I just wanted to show you guys how we're doing the grout in this bathroom compared to how we did the grout in the other bathroom. This bathroom is a little bit bigger, and we are not going to be going as dark on the walls in here as we did in the other bathroom, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But the other grout in the other bathroom, we went with a black grout, which I do like it. I like it a lot. But as you can see, I think the white grout looks really nice. It kind of lightens it up just a little bit. And I've said before that this is repost gray walls. You can kind of see, it's hard to see because I haven't completely painted out that trim yet. But it's a light gray color. It's by Sherwin-Williams. There, you can see it good there. All right, so it's not a dark gray at all. But if you look in this bathroom, let's just go. This bathroom has a very dark gray wall. Let me get. Yeah, this bathroom is a very dark gray. So I don't want to paint the other bathroom the same gray as this one because this is nice. I like it. It's small. It's quaint. But as you can see, the grout is a dark black. And if you look closely at it, like the grout lines are starting to get, sorry, the floor is very dirty. Lady's hair gets everywhere. Look, it's all lady. So anyways, the grout, even though this is supposed to be like a pitch black color, but look how lightened up it is. The color in the tile, actually, this grayish color right here kind of looks like the repost gray. So I think just doing a shade darker than that is gonna really tie it all in together very nicely. Good morning, friends. Boy, do I have an updated video for you today. Yesterday was a huge day of getting things done in the bathroom. The last time that I hopped on here with you guys, I was showing you that my husband was doing the white grout on the floor, and I was asking what you guys thought about it. Well, the grout is done, and so is a bunch of other things. So I'm going to give you an update on what's been done and what it looks like now. So the floor, I think the white grout looks just, oh, let me turn the light off. It actually looks better. The light in here is still that orange light, so you can't really see the colors. But But yeah, the white grout I think just looks so good in here. And so yesterday was a day of cleaning and prepping. I spent a good portion of the day just cleaning up the I don't know what you want to call it, like it's a leftover film from the grout. So cleaning the floor, cleaning the shower, and then after that I went over the wall and filled in some spackle areas where there was some like little dents in it. So I was spackling, and then I was sanding, and then I primed it and I painted it. So let me show you what it looks like all painted. I actually ended up going with the same gray as our bedroom. You can't really see right there because it looks dark, but it's not. Yeah, you can't see it with the light on. Maybe if I turn this way. And it still looks dark. We don't have a light up there yet. Guys, look how nice it looks. Isn't that pretty? The other thing that we're going to be working on this weekend is cleaning up our bedroom furniture that is in the outside storage area and bringing that in. Oh, there's one other thing that I did yesterday that I forgot to share with you. I painted the trim around the windows. So this window and this window here have been complete. There is some areas that need to be caulked. You can see like right there that needs some caulking there. This window definitely needs some caulking. Got to do some caulking and through these areas here. Quite a bit on those areas. But that's a quick, easy thing to do. Just time consuming. It shouldn't even take that long, to be honest with you. But then the windows will be completely done, which is going to be awesome. Very awesome. All right, so we're dealing with a slight dilemma. This is our vanity, which I really like. I think it looks really good. It looks almost similar to the vanity that we had back in Alabama, but this is a little bit smaller, so it actually, soft close drawers, and then it has the two drawers over here. The one back in Alabama just had a drawer down on the bottom, I think. I don't really remember. But anyways, the top is 32 inches and the wall is 31 and a half at the back end. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. On this back end, it's 31 and a half, but then when you come up just a little bit, it's 31 and 3/4. So we have to cut just a little bit off of the edge here, which hopefully is going to be okay. And as you can see, the pipes are off to the side, not in the back, which is fine. That's why I went with something like this. Hopefully those pipes are not up too high though. That's another thing that I'm seeing. They might be up too high. Ugh. That's not going to be good. But if that's the case, you can just drill a hole in the side. No big deal. It is what it is. But anyways, I will get back with you guys and let you see how it fits in there. Well, we still have to do the trim around the window. And I have to caulk the floor trim and do some touch-up paint. But let me get my... We went with the same pendant light that's in the other bathroom. And you can't really tell. These are the same lights that are in the other bathroom as well. Hi, I'm a mess. I've been painting and cleaning and scrubbing paint off the floor because of the little speckles and stuff. And the towel bar might actually have to go here because it's going to be really low hanging right there. So the towel bar is going to go here, and I think the cabinet is going to fit right here. I'm happy that it's done. It looks really good. I'm super excited about it. We're not keeping this mirror. Well, we might keep the mirror, but we're not keeping it like this. We're either going to cut it and frame it, or we're going to get a nice big mirror like this that's on a frame. But this one's kind of, it has holes in it from where it was mounted, just right in. And I don't want to do that because the edges are all messed up and stuff. So that's that. But man, finally. And then I'll show you what the window trim is going to look like. But yep, got all the windows painted. And tomorrow we're going to be cleaning up the furniture. And yeah, the floor has been nice and cleaned up. So it's so nice to see it clean again. Golly, it is nice to see it clean. That's it. I am so excited to finally be done with this bathroom renovation. It has been, feels like a long time coming to get this whole half. It's nice, huh? You're loving it. Yeah, it's so nice. But tomorrow we'll get our furniture in the bedroom. My mom and dad are coming on Wednesday, so they'll be here in just a couple of days. So we've got a lot of stuff to do. We need to make sure that we have the bed set up and stuff like that because we're going to need an extra bed. But it's nice. I'm super excited. Have a whole nother house. We have a whole nother side of the house that we have to still complete. So it's going to be a lot more to do. But that's it. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, you guys be blessed. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.